brought like
Brought.
3 other girls. I already bought 3 other doors. And two, as soon as you said that, I just bought a door, and then I continued to buy another door. So tell Fat to stop being greedy. I bought like 5 fucking doors.
I already pointed in this direction with my disappointment.
My,
You for the sassafras bullshit.
Yeah, but
Fuck off.
but you can't point the finger at me because I'm not doing
I'll
anything
point my
wrong.
dick at you. Fuck it.
I might not be able to point my finger at you, but I'll point my slingshot.
Elbows and shoulders.
Okay, so Isaac, Ryder, do you watch One Piece at all? I think I've asked you this before.
I haven't, no.
So you're gonna have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. So Isaac, do you remember Apu on the Sarabody Island?
You do realize I do have to rewatch a lot of this shit, right?
I know. I'm asking because you've been through the part. Sarabody
I have been
Island.
through the part, but I do not remember it.
The dude who can hurt people by using his body parts to make music.
Oh, that kind, yeah.
Yeah, Scratch. His name is Scratchman Apu. So tell me how I just read the most recent Yeah, I know. I hate his name, bro. He's super. So he's really strong, mind you. Okay, the generation of the worst is 10 pirates, including Luffy, Blackbeard, Zoro, and then all the other ones that are introduced on Sarabody, being Kid, Law, Apu, Hawkins, the magician, Basil Hawkins, Veggie, the gangster dude.
I think I remember this fucking gangster dude, actually.
Yeah, well, you see him more in if you get to Big Mom's Island. If you get to that arc, Veggie is like her head of security during the start of the arc, and he betrays her inside the movie and makes a huge scene, basically. But I feel like there's one called Bonnie the Gluttony. Bonnie is able to, one, she's basically got a bottomless stomach, that's why they call her the Gluttony. Like, even worse than Luffy. And she never shows, she never shows that she's fat. But her devil fruit power lets her alter the appearance of herself. So she can look like she's 90 years old, and an old lady, and sneak in and infiltrate. So in other words, her power is very, very good for, like, infiltrating and sneaking shit. She makes a great leap. She can make herself a kid. In
Snicky
Sarabody,
snack.
she actually saves Zora's life. Well, not really saves Zora's life, but she prevents the Buster Call from being called before it actually gets called, because Zora was about to kill Celestial Dragon because he pointed a gun at him, and she took ketchup packets, dove on him as a little kid, smushed the ketchup packets, and faked like he died. She's like, just listen to me.
I remember that scene.
If you don't, we're all gonna die. And so she uses ketchup packet, and the guy's even like, I could have sworn I missed, or that he dodged, or something like that, and he just goes on about his business. Like, oh, whatever, and just kicks off. But, she's another one. I feel like I'm missing. Oh, X-Drake. X-Drake is basically, so you know a little bit about Doflamingo. Doflamingo quite literally damn it. Good thing I didn't have D-Birds. X-Drake is quite literally, he was a pirate created by basically his stature in the world, where he is in the world, was created by Doflamingo. The reason I say that is because, the very first time...
Zach, you son of a bitch.
I'm sorry.
And you took it.
Well, I wasn't trying to take it. I was going to take it to the res, and then I turned around and did the... But I'm sorry. Either way. So the very first time Doflamingo ever uses the birdcage that he uses on Dressrosa, he's using because he's trying to hunt down Law and his brother Corazon. Corazon hides him in a barrel, uses his fruit to basically suppress the sound within the barrel, because he can basically make little gaps in space where sound doesn't transmit. That's his double fruit power.
You talking about Corazon?
What?
That fucking one dude's name? Who's this? His fucking his name is Heart in Spanish.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Corazon.
That is his brother. So he, I don't know how to actually say the word. I say Corazon, because that's quite literally how the letters spell it out. But, so he uses his ability to nullify the sound in the barrel Law is in. But, they basically slaughter everybody else on the island. But, in the meantime, the Navy shows up and starts to rescue people as,
Quote unquote rescue.
yeah, well, they try to save the people who are gravely injured and anybody who's still alive. Basically, everybody's dead. There's only a handful of people who are critically wounded, and there's one child who's completely unscathed. That one child who makes it out completely unscathed, and they even basically Doflamingo heads to the marine ship to attack the marine ship. Why? Because they get word from basically a scout that's in the air that's on their crew that a child has made it to the marine ship and that they were getting ready to set sail. That child is actually X-Drake. At the time, they think it's Law, so they go straight to the marine ship and leave Law in the barrel without searching. So basically, X-Drake basically saves Law's life when he was going to die, because they were about to start searching the premises. I'm sure they would have found him in the barrel. So that is a huge thing. X-Drake is literally made by Doflamingo. But so you're basically X-Drake, A-Crew, and Basil Hawkins in addition all join Kaido's crew. So when in the Wano arc, you see all of them, and they all get a chance to fight different people. So where they're at now, they actually just found out that X-Drake is a spy for the Marines. He's actually a Marine who infiltrated Kaido's crew. He was part of the Generation of the Worst, but he decided to join the Navy. Which really, it's not necessarily him joining the Navy. He's always had allegiance to the Navy since they saved him from the island when Doflamingo almost killed him. From that point on, he basically became a Navy dog. Nobody knows his past except for really the people watching the story, and that's it. You know, only the viewer really knows the whole story, because Doflamingo doesn't know how Law escaped. X-Drake and Law didn't even know each other existed at the time. So, a lot of, like, intertwining fates type bullshit. But yeah, it's, so basically X-Drake and Zoro are chasing down A-Poo. A-Poo has a serum, an antidote, for a virus that one of the headliners in Kaido's crew had made. He's basically third ranked within the crew, so he's not quite the vice captain, but he's basically like as high up as it goes. And turn around and freaking turn around. So X-Drake is chasing down A-Poo. This man has released a virus that is basically killing everybody. Brook and Chopper are also in the room. It's like a huge, like, auditorium type open floor, almost like a ballroom with, like, raised platforms in certain areas, like a balcony almost. So almost picture like a Chinese or a Japanese style like ballroom area. So they're supposed to be hunting down Apu. Apu gets to leave alive if he can survive a set amount of time without giving the antidote up. If he gives the antidote up, Queen himself kills him and everybody else in the room anyways. So basically, he's giving everyone a chance. Tell me how X-Ray is chasing him down for like 8 fucking chapters in the manga. And for the most part, Zoro's like kind of chasing him, but he's not really. Like, Zoro's chasing him, but he's not like running after him. The man's just walking around the room trying to follow Apu. Alright? In the last chapter, he kneels his head, he puts a hand on the blade, and then out of nowhere, Apu is fucking done. Just in a single fucking frame, he just ends everything. Gives the antidote to Chopper. He's like, now that you have the antidote, you guys can manage to survive here and take care of everything else on the floor with the help of X-Drake, right? Or with the help of our new friends, I think is what he says, something like that. And Chopper's like, yeah, we got it covered, all like happy and everything. Mind you, Chopper actually has the virus on his body. He's already figured out how to counteract it using his own body, which is basically it freezes your skin, and then once you go into hyperthermia, you basically become a zombie, or what they call an Oni. So he figured out if you use flame, if you keep a flame near your skin, it will keep the virus from spreading. And then once you have the antidote, it will kill the antibody. Basically, the longer, or the more it's spreading your body, the more likely you're going to die from it because it's going to keep spreading kind of thing, or it's going to fully take over. So Chopper's doing that, but I was just like, dude, I was dumbfounded. I'm like, this man just fucking obliterated X-Drake, and X-Drake knows how strong A2 is, so he was chasing him, but he was chasing him with extreme caution. Zoro just fucking bulldozed through. The look on X-Drake's face when he slashes A2 to the ground, bro, it is the funniest look. He's just like, there's some pretty funny looks in the manga, but it's like when you get the funny looks because they do something super badass, it's just 10 times better. And not just that, this is also somebody coming from a character that's usually so stoic, and when I say stoic, I mean like you very rarely even see him grin. He's almost always got a straight face, as straight can be. Alright, so when you see him with a look of awe in his face, it's just like it's just crazy, dude. It's definitely like, what the fuck just happened? How did he just end it in one? And then Zoro turns around and says, so basically I'm gonna foreshadow now how the end of the Wano is gonna go. And I don't know if it's actually gonna happen or not, but it would be pretty cool if it actually did. So where they are now, basically they have all the 9 red scabbards, all the samurai that were in the past coming to fight Kaido. The last I've seen, they've basically gotten their asses handed to them, and they're waiting for Luffy to get to the roof, or for like their allies to get to the roof to help them fight. When Zoro hands Chopper the antidote, the thing he says is he goes, I came here to become the strongest, so I'm going to go to the roof and I'm gonna slash Kaido down. So I'm just like, I got chills as soon as I read that, and I'm just like, Zoro is going to fight Kaido. What the fuck? This is gonna be some hell of a fight. And I have a seriously, like, very strong feeling that Luffy's gonna be fighting Big Mom, and it's gonna be the two of them fighting.
A two-sided smackdown.
And if it gets to that extent, bro, it is going to be freaking crazy. Because where it's at right now is already crazy enough, and there's so much going on. And the next chapter drops tomorrow, so I'm super hyped. I'm super hyped because I really want to see what's going to go on, because basically where it just left off is right after Zoro's little line where he says that he wants to go be the one to beat Kaido. the whole island starts shaking, and the roof caves in, and there's an arm laying in the middle of the floor. The arm is laying in the middle of the floor because it got sent flying from the roof where Kaido was fighting. One of the samurai lost their arm, and literally was hit so hard that it shattered the earth of the room that they were in. So it basically just made, like, it just tore the ground apart, basically. With the one, and that's just the, like, that is the pressure from the arm slamming the ground. That's not anything to do with Zoro. Because all the pirates that work for Kaido were dumbfounded for a second, and they're like, did he just shatter the earth with only his pressure alone?